Hello everyone, this is Don Isik again, and right now let us discuss another topic. We're already through with the aspects of communication. This time I will be presenting to you another lesson, and this is the elements of communication. So the basic communication model consists of 5 elements of communication. First is the sender, second the message, third the channel, fourth receiver, and the fifth is the feedback. So now let us all discuss each of the 5 elements of communication. So first is the sender. So the sender is the speaker or the person who encodes and initiates the process of communication. To communicate effectively, the sender must use effective verbal as well as nonverbal techniques. The sender or the speaker is considered to be the source of communication. Speaking clearly, organizing your points to make them easy to follow and understand, maintaining eye contact with using proper grammar, and giving accurate information are all essential in the effectiveness of your message. Next is the message. The message is the idea being transmitted by the sender to the listener. So the message may be the most crucial elements of effective communication. A message can come in many different forms, such as an oral presentation, written document, comments, or even advertisements. So in the basic communication model, the way from one point to another represents the sender's message traveling to the receiver. The message isn't necessarily what the sender intends it to be. Rather, the message is what the receiver perceives the message to be. As a result, the sender must not only compose the message carefully, but also evaluate the way in which the message can be interpreted. Next is the channel. So the channel is the medium or vehicle through which the messages is sent. So the channel sits between the sender and the receiver. Many channels or types of communication exist, from the spoken word to radio to television to book, internet site, or even magazine. Next is the receiver. So the receiver is the person who receives the message or for whom the message is meant for. The receiver means to whom the sender transmits the message. A receiver can be the entire audience or can only be a one person. In the basic communication model, the receiver is directly across from the speaker. The receiver can also communicate verbally and non-verbally. The best way to receive a message is to listen carefully, sitting up straight and making eye contact. Don't get distracted or try to do something else while you're listening. Nodding and smiling as you listen to the sender speak demonstrate that you understand the messages. And lastly, the feedback. So the feedback is the reaction given by the receiver to the sender of the message. So the receiver can transmit feedback through asking questions, making comments, or supporting the message. So feedback helps the sender to support the message that was delivered. It helps determine how the receiver interpreted the message and how it can be improved. So I have here some illustration. So this is John and this is Anne. So consider this that John is the sender, and he is asking Anne, "Hi Anne, how are you?" So the message of this is, "Hi Anne, how are you?" by John, because he is the source of the conversation. And the channel of this illustration is in the verbal form because they are talking to each other and they're actual having a conversation. And considering that Anne is the receiver of this illustration. And as he responds, "Hi John, I'm doing fine," this is when the feedback occurs. So that's how the elements of the communication goes. So I hope you've learned something. Thank you for watching.